Brimming with playfulness, exploration, and loving detail, Tchia makes me want to book a flight to New Caledonia, the homeland of the studio's co-founders that serves as the inspiration for this open-world, physics-driven sandbox adventure. I love Tchia to the point where I plan to platinum it. I want to collect all the funky and lovely costumes, learn each song to see what magic it possesses, and complete all these islands have to offer. But it's a love that's heavily based on my personal taste because while Tchia is a cute collectathon that invites players to have fun with its systems, its missions rarely call for much creativity or problem solving. This ultimately makes Tchia feel a bit like a missed opportunity, and by the time I hit credits 10 hours later, it was impossible for me to ignore how repetitive the experience was as a whole. Early on, Tchia, the young girl and titular hero, unlocks a power, soul jumping. This ability allows her to take control of any animal and almost any object. Each animal has its own ability ranging from practical to silly. Most of the main missions are about Tchia gathering offerings, aka fetch quests. There are a few late-game missions that involve taking down specific camps filled with Minnow, brainless soldiers spawned by Mayovora, the big bad, from pieces of cloth and sculpted totems, but that's about it. This repetition speaks to the larger problem with Tchia. It's a wonderful world with compelling mechanics, but dull mission design. Tchia makes it easy to be a completionist, as your map is heavily populated with icons for everything: campfires, chests, docks, food stamps, Mayovora statues to destroy, trinkets to collect, and more. These icons get added to your map when you let out a shout at a point of view, which is also marked on your map. This shout is almost like a scan, adding more points of interest to your map. This makes for an efficient adventure at the cost of discovery. I rarely felt like I accomplished anything thanks to my own smarts, curiosity, ingenuity, or skill. Instead, I felt like I followed what Tchia laid out for me, and while there's a calm coziness to that, it ends up feeling a bit prescriptive. I loved collecting braided trinkets because it's checking a box, but the location of the trinket is marked for me with little effort, and getting there is just a matter of soul jumping into a bird and flying over. Tchia is a straightforward game that provides simple pleasures, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it is limiting. When I step back from that basic satisfaction, I realize achieving it was just an act of going through the motions. This is an adventure the way going to the grocery store with the meticulous list is, but the lovely art direction, magic of the uke songs, and joy of jumping into a dog to dig into the sand makes you forget how mundane the tasks in front of you are. Tchia is a perfect example of a game I love despite the ways it falls short, because I enjoy what I'm doing even though it's rote. Why? Because I love launching myself from treetop to treetop, because I grinded materials to buy the cutest boat cosmetics I could find, because I can't help but play the hell out of every claw machine video games have to offer. Music plays a big role in Tchia. Over time, she unlocks more and more soul melodies to play. Each song has an impact on the world, from simple shifts in time to summoning animals. Songs are often used as a way to bookend a chapter 2. There are plenty of festivals or intimate moments where songs break out, and Tchia accompanies them on her ukulele. Mechanically, these are fairly challenging rhythm games, but you can opt out by clicking autoplay if you'd rather sit back and enjoy the tunes. The only con to this structure is since the game is voiced in traditional languages, fittingly and rightfully so, and subtitled in a selected language, I missed the lyrics because I was focused on playing the rhythm game. The songs are still a joy to hear, but I felt like I missed out on some of the narrative flavorings as a result. On top of all this, Tchia adds a cool touch of allowing you to play your uke whenever you want in free jam mode. This is super detailed, allowing you to change the accidental, quality, strum direction, chord, and even letting you pick or bend notes. There's plenty to do in Tchia, and the rewards are enticing even though missions are manageable without any upgrades. Aside from aesthetics, you can increase your stamina, soul meter, aka the amount of time you can be inside of whatever you soul jumped into, and uncover new soul melodies to impact the world around you. There are other fun minigames scattered across the island. Rock balancing challenges have you stacking rock towers to uncover more soul melodies. Diving board challenges have you performing tricks after leaping from high places. Shooting ranges will test your slingshot skills. Races ask you to be speedy regardless of your form, and totem shrines increase your meter and offer harder challenges. Getting around the island is a smooth experience. Tchia's jumping, climbing, and soul jumping ability works in a way that's intuitive even when stringing together mechanics quickly. Many games explore ragdoll, wonky physics, but few can maintain firm control when implementing those things. Tchia is one of them. Tchia is a cozy collectathon. It's Zelda without the difficulty, but the same things that may draw some players deeper into Tchia are the same things that hold it back for me. The ability to soul jump into over 30 animals is a blast, but ultimately the main use case was flying as a bird, running up landscapes as any medium to large animal, or swimming underwater as a sea creature. These are enjoyable in their own right, but there wasn't much challenge when it came to traversal as a result. Similarly, most tasks were just about getting X amount of items, all of which are marked on the map already. Tchia is mostly just doing what you're told to do with the option to do more of the same along the way. It's not about overcoming obstacles. This is not to be confused with difficulty. My issue isn't that Tchia is too easy, it's that many of the tasks are mindless. These are still fun to do, but the lack of intrigue makes them wear thin. If you've gotten one braid trinket, you've basically gotten them all. The one exception is the races, as these require some navigational skills and are pretty varied. Plus, you can use the trophies you earn to play at a claw machine, which also offers some challenge when it comes to timing. In short, Tchia is a good game that's easy to love, but my recommendation of it comes with a few key caveats. After some initial novelties wear off, it's clear that Tchia is more about relishing in simple pleasures than being intrigued by the core questline. For more on Tchia, be sure to read my full review over on pen2pixels.com. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you here next time.